for Donald Trump.
Land of the free. What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, a fantastic afternoon, a fantastic pre-noon. No matter where you are in the world, I'm Sam Piker. This is the HASANABI broadcast coming to you live from gloomy, doomy, California, Los Angeles. That's right. We're live and alive, and I hope all the boys, girls, and MBs are having a fantastic one because today's a beautiful day. Today's a wonderful day. Today is Saturday. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Saturday. It's Saturday. Fun day to a certain degree, as a matter of fact, even though there's stuff happening that is not so fun, like the election. A lot is going on in the world of HASAN'S Piker. Just kidding. There's not much going on in my world. Ended the broadcast last night. Agent came through. We had him on the episode for Fear and it's a really good episode. Can't wait for it to come out on Monday. You guys already know it's going to be a banger. So that's pretty sick. Also, Agent and I will be collabing today. Did you guys let Agent talk? Actually, this was one of the first episodes where we mostly asked him questions. It was actually kind of interesting. But I have Agent coming on later. Agent 00 from AMP. Your agent or a person named Agent? Agent from AMP, Any Means Possible. Kai Cenat, he is part of the 6-man group. Anyway, personal news-wise, I ended the broadcast last night, did the podcast, was fantastic. It went on from like 8 to 10. Hung out with Agent quite a bit. I think it's really cool. I like him. He's like a really interesting guy. But yeah, today we're gonna go work out. I don't want to give away too much of the content from the podcast, of the back and forth that we had, but I'll be hanging out with him and getting brawling with him. Yeah, he is Muslim, yes, and he is, unlike me, he's actually a real Muslim, like straight up pray 5 times a day type shit. I, on the other hand, am a very bad Muslim. That guy's a literal Nazi, right? Wait, what? Who? Bradley Martin? No. What? Oh, you're talking about Richard Spencer. Oh, yeah. No, he is. Yeah, he's a fucking neo-Nazi. Yeah. No, Richard Spencer is a neo-Nazi. You're right. I don't know what he's doing. I don't really care. I think that a lot of those like Nazis, they fall out of favor, thankfully, and don't get like a lot of coverage. So then they just like want to make the news a little bit. So they just do weird shit like that. I don't give a fuck. It's cool because we have 3 different neo-Nazi and white supremacists in this election. You have Nicholas Fuentes, who has, who's pro-Trump, obviously. I don't know actually if he's like no longer pro-Trump, but he's been pro-Trump. You have David Duke, who has endorsed Jill Stein. And now you have Richard Spencer, who has endorsed Kamala Harris. So like we have a fantastic number of different neo-Nazis now that are expressing the broad variety that you see in American politics. It's wonderful, wonderful experience. Why the fuck did David Duke endorse Jill Stein? He said he wanted to vote for a Jewish person. Yeah. David Duke was like, Jews control the government and the media and the world, which is why I'm voting for a Jewish woman. That's what he said. I thought it was her stance on Israel. Yeah, it's just Jill Stein is a Jewish woman. So that's like kind of funny that he's like David Duke is an anti-Semite, a virulent anti-Semite. But yeah, this morning I worked out. I played basketball. I played 3 full games. First game we lost. I played like ass, even though we were pretty close. Second game I dropped, I think I dropped like 12. If I'm not mistaken, I hit 5 threes. It was out of control and we lost by 1. And then the third game I popped off and we finally won. I also almost broke my finger intercepting a pass. I just like did with my index finger. I literally stopped the pass. No, 5 threes is, well, they're counted as 2. 5 threes are counted as 2. I'm saying a 3-pointer is in a half-court pickup basketball game is counted as a 2. And I think I had like 12 total out of the 15 points that we had. Game to 15, 12 points out of the 14. It was like locked up 14 to 13. And then this dude hit a fucking game-winning 3 and they beat us. 12 points on 5 3-pointers? Yes. As in 5 2-point shots which would be from the 3-point line, and then 2 1-point shots, which would be a normal 2-pointer, mid-range jumper. You see Fetterman on Rogan? No, it's the worst person to have on Joe Rogan, by the way. Like, Fetterman on Rogan is the exact opposite of Tim Walz on Rogan. Like, I'm so mad at the Democratic Party that I just, like, in spite of my disagreements with them politically, I'm so mad that they're just doing such a bad job. It's like, dude, we have $1 billion, okay? I'm a Democratic Party analyst. I have $1 billion fucking dollars. I have all this momentum. Okay, sure. Campaign messaging wise, they got a lot to work with. Okay, they got a lot to work on, rather. I'm putting Obama in the Kai Cenat Mafia-thon. Obama is showing up to the Kai Cenat Mafia-thon 100%. They're playing ball. Obama hits a 3 over Kai. Kai can't play basketball. He's like 5'2". He turns around, looks at the camera and says, "That's right. And on Tuesday, you have to drop your vote in the ballot box for Kamala Harris." And then it's over, okay? The youth vote secured. Tim Walz going on Joe Rogan. Why is Tim Walz not on Joe Rogan? Why is John Fetterman, the absolute worst communicator in the entire fucking Democratic caucus, going on Joe Rogan? Put Tim Walz on Joe Rogan. Kamala can't do it. I get it. Put fucking Tim Walz on Joe Rogan, man. What the hell are you doing? Put Bernie Sanders back on Joe Rogan. Put Tim Walz on Joe Rogan. It's not that late. There's still time. Why are you making Democratic Party fan fiction? Every single thing that I have said so far is devoid of like any sort of radical policy. I'm just straight up saying this is good PR, even with the middle ground, not radical enough bullshit fucking policies that the Democratic Party has advanced and has been running on. Kai Cenat and Joe Rogan aren't moving any needles. You are out of your dang mind if you think that they're not even remotely relevant. The idea that like Joe Rogan interview is not like even reaching out to a lot of like lower mid propensity voters is crazy. I'm not saying come on my stream, okay? I don't think that's a good idea at all. I don't think that's a good idea for Kamala Harris. I don't think that's a good idea for anybody. I'm not saying that at all. It would certainly be beneficial for me, but I'm not saying that. I'm talking about what is a winning strategy. I'm working within the confines of the Democratic Party's active limitations, and I'm saying that like there's really solid talent in the lineup. The bench is deep. Fuck it, put Pete Buttigieg on Joe Rogan. You know what I mean? Like there are so many surrogates that Kamala could be pushing out. People in my local Jimmy John's were excited about Trump on Joe Rogan. Yes. I like a lot of people in this community are so far removed from like the average dumb guy vote. They just don't understand it. They genuinely don't understand it. They like do not comprehend how much these things have like momentum. You know what I mean? HASANABI surrogates on the ASMONGOLD'S stream. Oh yeah, Asmon Dad.
I mean, how can you possibly be a Christian when you're backing the guy who's broken just about every?
That's my goat
in your book, yeah. And he holds a Bible upside down when he's talking about it.
Asmon Dad is so awesome. No wonder he's a HASANABI head. It makes sense. He has the vibes of an old school like anti-war protester. You know what I mean?
And except when he's holding his own Bible. And you got to listen to the song at the end.
You know he had Trump Bible, right?
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, of course.
I'm talking about his Bible.
Right, yeah, Trump Bible.
His Bible.
Yeah.
Yeah, the real Bible.
Right.
You know, that has in the back the Constitution. Mm-hmm. Okay, fine.
Yeah, sure.
And
Asmon Dad is a HASANABI head. Like he watches me. This is like a known thing. Yeah, he does kind of look like George Carlin a little bit. That's my goat.
Yeah, sure.
And,
yes, Willie Nelson is what I was thinking of.
You know, but the best part is the song for "God Bless America" with the Trump hitters that he plays at all his rallies. Oh my God! I mean, you know, riding around on a garbage truck, he belongs in the fucking back. You know, and if they can possibly compost that bloated.
We're not gonna. I don't want to get another suspension.
Asmon Dad, Asmon Chad. Guys, welcome to the HASANABI broadcast. You already know this is the most radical MAGA of the left broadcast out there. Real radical, you know, anti-war, pro-healthcare, pro-workers' rights. Anti-war, anti-hate. You can count on me never aligning with Keemstar on a fucking issue, you know. Just a bad guy overall. Ay, ay, ay. Did you see what Ethan said about you last night? Yeah, I did. I mean, I don't know what the fuck to say. Yeah, I'm Trojan horsing radical ideas into the left. It's wild to see former friends doing the fuck Hasan ramp to try and farm. You know what I mean? Like that's something that I did not expect. Like that is actually a little bit shocking. I don't know what else to say about it other than that. I've been watching you for over a year and you've mentioned Tibet like twice. Like I barely know your opinion on it. It's so clearly not central to your commentary. Yeah, no, that's like that's such a funny thing to be upset about. Look, if I'm going to be radically honest, I don't know what people's opinions are. I can't see inside of people's minds, but I suspect that like all the Israel anti-Semitism packaging that was cynical and really hurtful, but rather unsuccessful, didn't really work. So he's just like moving on to other stuff that he's getting directly from the Destiny community. And eventually he'll start talking about how I bought a car. And then he'll start talking about how I bought a house and how I'm a fake socialist for that reason. And then finally, America deserved 9/11. It's just like, that's just, you know, that's just how it works. What are you going to do? He has already said you're just a LARPer. Okay, good. If I'm just a LARPer, then why is he so obsessed? Why is he so upset? Spoilers, dude. That's next episode. Yeah, I'm un-American. Are you disappointed? Are you surprised? I'm disappointed. I'm surprised. It is what it is. There ain't nothing I can do about it. Instead, watch this about Jason Kelce. Oh yeah, that's a funny thing that Jason Kelce did. I don't know why people think people are so comfortable behaving a certain way.
Kelce. Hey, Kelce. How did you feel your brother's a faggot? Kelce, can I get a fist bump? Kelce, can I get a fist bump?
Oh, slam dunk, baby. Also, fellas, is it gay to date Taylor Swift? Like when your brain is so rotted that you can tell an NFL player that his brother, who's also an NFL player, is the F slur in broad daylight. Like why, how have we reached this level of comfort? Like you are doing internet shit in real life in broad daylight. That's crazy. Like you're gonna get your fucking ass beat, dude. Like, do you not realize that in the real world, when you do internet shit in the real world, IRL, like there's an action and a reaction, right? Like, do you not recognize that? If someone comes up to you, shouts slurs, it would totally be reasonable for that person to be in fear of their safety and engaging in proportional self-defense, fighting words, etc. Yeah, like before people go, like legally, you're not supposed to react that way. But it's like, what are you talking about? Like, fuck the legality of it all. Like, this is...
Kelce. Hey, Kelce.
We already watched this one. We just saw this. I've never heard a phone make that sound. Like he slammed it so fucking hard that like I feel like the battery in it exploded. He smacked that shit so good that I think it literally fell directly face flat. It fell face flat and it comfortably sat there. It was awesome. Like look at that. Look, like it barely jumps back. It just falls directly face flat. Perfect slam.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I said, who's the F word now? That's awesome. Hey, yo. Brother. Tactical F slur. Now, he didn't have to say that, but it's a heat of the moment style situation. You know what I mean? He's slamming a cold one. He's got a, I guess, what is that? Is that a 12 pack? I guess it's a 12 pack that he's open carrying. And you walked up to him to call his brother the F slur. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you do that? Do you have no sense of safety? Do you have no sense of security? Do you not understand the danger that you have placed upon yourself? You are not on Reddit. You are not on Twitter. You are not anonymous in that moment. You are talking to a guy who played football for the state that you are inside of. I'm thinking of all of the different ways in which this could have unfolded, and it's like, this is mathematically the worst possible time and place, and mathematically the worst possible person to do this to, because you got like a 300-pound guy in his own state. Because like, if he's not on home turf, if he's in like enemy territory, that's maybe a little bit different. Like, at least you could just say like, oh, you know, if he was in like, I don't know, if he was in like New England or something, maybe that's a little bit different. But you are literally in home turf. Like, ain't nobody is gonna be on your side. And there is a non-zero chance this dude has like at least some level of CTE. So you don't know what he is gonna do. And he's open carrying. You don't go up to a fucking lineman who is slamming a fucking beer while carrying a fucking 12-pack and just talk shit to their face. It does not make sense. I'm gonna be honest with you. This went spectacularly for the other person, all things considered. Like, this is the path of least resistance for the other person who deserved worse. Yeah, suicide by cop. Yeah, exactly. This is the civilian equivalent of the non-cop equivalent of suicide by cop, like walking up to an NFL lineman, a retired NFL lineman, and just talking shit directly to him in his own home territory as he's drinking a beer. It's like those motherfuckers who jump into the jaguar pit at the zoo. You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? Slathering themselves with meat. Like, fuck is wrong with you? Shut the fuck up. I would vibe with the jaguars. Yeah, okay, good luck.